Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Talk. I am your host John, and today on the channel we're going to be talking about the latest film from Zach Cregger, Weapons. So Weapons wasn't only directed by Zach Cregger, it was also written by Zach Cregger. Zach Cregger also made 2022's Barbarian. He's also known for the comedy troupe The Whitest Kids You Know. I didn't really watch that, so I don't really know too much about it, but I did watch 2022's Barbarian, and like a lot of people, I was blown away by it. We couldn't see what Zach Cregger was going to do next. A lot of us also just wanted to see Barbarian at home, but you can only get it digitally. You can't get a Blu-ray. You can't get a 4K Blu-ray. That's because that film is stuck behind the Disney banner under the 20th Century Studios banner. But this one comes from New Line Cinemas, which is, of course, owned by Warner Brothers. So this will definitely get a 4K Blu-ray release because we already know it is. The Steelbook has already been revealed. So hopefully that opens the door for Barbarian, because Zach Cregger is one of our great up-and-coming horror directors. And this movie isn't even a straightforward horror film. This is a comedy, horror, mystery film. It's really blending a lot of different genres. It's a very ambitious film. If you've seen the trailer, you know that it's about 17 kids disappear one night at one morning at 2:17 a.m. They all run out of their houses with the exact same motion with their arms out like this. Nobody knows what the hell happened. They all just disappeared. Julia Gardner, one of our great modern actresses, happened to be the teacher for that class. Her and one other student, nothing happened to them, and they are just as confused as everybody about where the hell did these kids go, because they voluntarily left their house. It's not exactly a kidnapping. They all just ran out the front door. And one of the dads of one of these kids is Josh Brolin, giving a fantastic performance in this movie. The movie itself is told non-linearly. It's told in a bunch of different chapters where we focus on one character at a time while also progressing the story. It's a very uniquely structured film and a very, very original film. And for 2/3 of this film, I was intrigued by the characters because they're really, building the mystery while not giving us too many answers. And, it just kept me interested the whole time. And I'm like, I really don't know where this is going, because the narration at the very beginning kind of reveals to us what happens with these kids. So when you do that, you better have that payoff in the third act pay off. And let me just tell you, it sure does. If you thought the end of Barbarian was like batshit bonkers, wait till you see the end of this movie. My God, it is insane. This movie is definitely one of the most original films I have seen, despite the fact that this is a second film from Zach Cregger, coming out the same year as the follow-up film to the directors who made Talk to Me. And both Bring Her Back and Weapons have a similar story structure in there, just very, very different movies. Because both Bring Her Back and Weapons have a similar plot point in there, which is very weird. It's strange that two follow-up directors kind of made a movie that have similar plot points, but they are extremely different movies. Bring Her Back is very dark and depressing. It's going to be a hard one to rewatch, is what I said about that one. Now, Weapons, I think, is going to be one that's endlessly rewatchable, mainly because it's a little bit lighter. It's also just very, very, very funny. I saw this in a packed theater, and there were moments where everybody was just laughing at it, just because we couldn't believe what we were seeing. And also, the characters are reacting to what's going on around them in a very human way as well. And that stuff is just really, really funny. And this movie is shot very well. I love the camera work in this film. It's very similar to the camera work in Barbarian. You can tell that this is the same guy who directed Barbarian, directed this movie. Just the way it looks, the way the colors are used throughout this film, especially in the early part of the movie. It looked very similar to the end of Barbarian. You love it when you see a director has a certain style to them, and you can always pinpoint their movies. And this director, he's 2 for 2, Zach Cregger. Just came out of the gate swinging with Barbarian. It's very hard to follow that kind of movie up, but this one he sure did. It is one of the best films of 2025. Can't quite put it at number 1, but it's solidly in my top 5 of 2025. I'll definitely be grabbing it on 4K Blu-ray. If I was going to give this film a score of 1 to 10, I'm going to give Weapons a very solid 9 out of 10. Definitely check this one out in theaters. It's in IMAX right now, which is probably the best way to see this film. So I can just highly recommend it. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys go out and enjoy it too. And you know what? Let's get Barbarian on 4K Blu-ray as well, so we can have Barbarian and Weapons in our collections. But anyway, that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys can like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this video if you could. We also have channel membership, so if you want to become a friend of the channel, a producer for the channel like John Doe Juggalo, Ben Rondo, and Harvey Scott, you can do that. Or you can even become a channel director like Nicholas Head, Uncle V, Frank from Frank's Media and Reviews, Kevin Kruger, and of course, Stone Gasman. Then you can even bump it up to the channel bankroll members if you'd like Mr. Smelly Potato. But of course, if you got no money to throw my way, don't worry about it at all. I just hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, get out in those streets, tell your friends about us, and then we'll be seeing you around.